What happens when someone enters the classroom ready to break the rules? And how long can a teacher resist temptation when a student starts showing special attention? You're on Blackout Recap. Let's go! The film opens with Joseph Sven, a middle-aged schoolteacher with a limp caused by a childhood injury. He lives on a farm with his elderly mother, managing the daily household chores. At school, Joseph informs his students that the school might soon close. During this moment, an 18-year-old new student, Catherine Wheeler, enters the classroom.
Who might you be?
Catherine Wheeler?
Well, Catherine Wheeler, come on in and close the door.
After work, Joseph discusses the school's potential closure with Rosalie, a widow he has been helping. Joseph has plans to marry her. The next morning, Nathan Wheeler, Catherine's father and a retired major, arrives at Joseph's farm.
No, it's Swedish.
He asks to board Catherine's horse at Joseph's stable, offering $175 a month for the arrangement. Joseph agrees. Later, while driving Catherine, he tells her this will be his last year teaching. Catherine asks him what he plans to do next, but Joseph doesn't have an answer. She promises to figure it out, and her thoughts about him take a more personal turn. That same day, Dr. Evans visits Joseph's mother to bring her medicine. He informs Joseph that her condition is worsening and suggests hospital care, as she only has a few months left. The following evening, Joseph finds Catherine waiting in the loft of the stable.
You knew I was here.
You're right.
She subtly hints at her feelings, attempting to capture his attention with a small gesture. Joseph initially walks away, determined to maintain his principles. However, upon reflecting on his mundane life, he considers adding some excitement. He returns to the loft, and he and Catherine share a moment of closeness. Days later, the school board informs Joseph that his lack of professional development courses disqualifies him from teaching in city schools. Unbothered, Joseph dismisses their concerns and heads home.
Rosalie?
Dr. Evans visits Joseph again, mentioning that Major Wheeler spotted a coyote in the area. Evans gifts Joseph his hunting rifle, as he no longer hunts himself. During a lesson, Joseph assigns essays to his students. Catherine uses the opportunity to write him a note asking to meet as she has something important to tell him. Later, while driving, Joseph angrily confronts Catherine about the open note, fearing someone might discover their relationship. At first, he suspects she might be pregnant, but Catherine denies it.
I'm not in the mood. Don't.
Catherine then jokingly claims she is pregnant, shocking Joseph. Panicked, he struggles to process the situation until she reveals it was just a joke. One morning, Catherine gifts Joseph a bottle of 20-year-old bourbon. While accepting it, Joseph inquires about her mother. Catherine avoids discussing her mother's past struggles, shifting the conversation back to Joseph. Their bond deepens, and they grow closer again. Sometime later, Dr. Evans unexpectedly walks into the stable and catches Joseph and Catherine together. Evans later confronts Joseph at a cafe, shocked by what he witnessed. He demands to know how long it has been going on. Joseph confesses, and Evans warns him of the serious consequences if he doesn't end the relationship. Joseph has Rosalie, who has been patiently waiting for him to propose. After a school event, Rosalie invites him over to spend the night together, but he declines,
I think I'm gonna go home.
leaving her hurt and disappointed. When Joseph returns home, his mother confronts him, revealing she knows about his relationship with Catherine and asks how long it will continue. Before Joseph can respond, his mother falls ill, sparing him from answering. Her words prompt Joseph to reflect on his actions. Gathering his thoughts, he visits Rosalie to apologize, explaining that he turned her down because his mother needed help that night.
You're acting very strange, and I don't think it's because of your mother.
Rosalie is skeptical of his excuse, prompting Joseph to admit his deeper feelings. He explains that at his age, people realize they haven't pursued their true desires. He shares his dream of retreating to a quiet ocean shore to fish and relax in peace. Joseph also confesses that he wishes for a tender, romantic moment with Rosalie in the daylight, free from pretenses. Though initially upset, Rosalie eventually forgives Joseph and grants his wish. Shortly after, Joseph's mother passes away. While sorting through condolence cards, Rosalie discovers a note from Catherine, revealing Joseph's infidelity. Shocked and hurt, Rosalie confronts Joseph, accusing him of betrayal. Joseph tries to downplay his relationship with Catherine, insisting it wasn't serious and that Rosalie means more to him. However, Rosalie isn't convinced and leaves him.
I hope you die!
That evening,
Joseph?
What now?
Catherine visits Joseph, aware of what has happened. She proposes they get married, but Joseph insists on ending their relationship. Catherine warns him he'll regret his decision.
You'll be sorry.
The next day, Joseph learns that Nathan, Catherine's father, knows about their affair and is furious. Preparing for the confrontation, Joseph takes the hunting rifle gifted to him and waits. When Nathan arrives with his wife, he surprisingly keeps his composure, asking Joseph if he intends to marry Catherine. Joseph admits he doesn't think they're a good match.
Catherine said you were going to marry her. Is this true?
No.
Nathan acknowledges that both Joseph and Catherine share the blame, but believes Joseph is a decent man. Nathan's wife strongly disagrees. Furious, she slaps Joseph, accusing him of taking advantage of her daughter. Nathan suggests letting the matter rest and parting ways peacefully. After they leave, Catherine appears again, pleading with Joseph to marry her. Joseph refuses, explaining that their relationship was fleeting and they have no future together due to their age difference and her uncertainty about what she truly wants. Catherine kisses Joseph and cryptically admits to doing something terrible.
Look.
Moments later, Joseph discovers the barn on fire. He manages to save the cow, but Catherine's horse perishes in the blaze. The next day, Joseph decides to turn his life around. He reconciles with Rosalie, professing his love for her. Touched, Rosalie forgives him. Together, they move to the ocean, vowing to spend the rest of their lives in peace. That's the story for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share your thoughts about the movie in the comments below. See you next time.